For the second pose I'll go over today is tadasana. It's mountain pose. It is the first pose of the Sun Salute A series, which is meant to build heat. And also it's the starting pose of many yoga classes. So it seems simple, and it kind of is, but it's really important because it is the foundational pose for all the standing postures. So if you don't have a good mountain pose, then all the other standing poses are going to be a lot harder for you. So remember, traditional way first, your big toes are together, your second toes are parallel. So the outer edges of your feet might be not parallel. It's more important to have the middle toes parallel and your heels directly behind those middle toes. So that's how your feet are. And the traditional way, you draw your legs together, you activate your quads. Your core is engaged, your tailbone's slightly tucked under. Your shoulder blades, I like to roll them up towards my ears and then down and together behind me. Your palms are face forward with your fingers open, and your head is stacked above your shoulders. And you want to draw your chin slightly back so that you're not jutting your chin forward. You want your head stacked in a line your over your body. So this is what it looks like from the side. So if your head's forward like this, just want to draw that chin backwards in space to get your head in a nice alignment over your body. So some modifications are to have your feet hip width apart, but you do the same thing. The middle toes are parallel and your heels are just under your hips instead. And this might be a lot more comfortable if you have kind of wider hips. The traditional stance is a little bit harder to balance in. So lastly, we'll just talk about what this pose does for you. So whenever you're here in your mountain pose, you should really be feeling where your weight is in your feet. So like I said, it is the foundational pose for all the standing postures. So if you have a hard time balancing here, you can just notice, like, where's my weight at? Is it in the right foot? Is it in the left? Is it kind of towards my toes? Is it more in my heels? Is it just kind of like all over the place? I'm having a hard time balancing. If you are having a hard time balancing, I recommend you start with your feet hip width apart and really get this down, and then you can work towards moving your feet together. While you're here, to improve your balance, you can stand in your mountain pose and lift your toes up, and this shifts your weight where it should be. It should be pressing down evenly through these 3 points of your feet, your heel, the outer edge of your pinky toe, and the ball of your foot. So it should be pretty equal between these 3 points here. They call them the 4 corners of your feet, but it's really more of a triangle. But if you lift your toes up, then you feel, oh, my weight shifts back, and now it's more evenly distributed down. So while with your toes lifted, you really activate your legs to press down through all of those points together before setting your toes back down. You should feel a big difference with your balance. So I know this was a little long and for a kind of deceptively simple posture, but like I said, it's very important for the foundation of all the other standing poses. So I hope that this helps you, and I'll be back with more.